Well, hello my lions. It's me, Kat, with A Better Life with Kat. I'm here today to give you peace in your life, control in your home, and to learn how to finally love yourself. Today we're going to talk about a poem, and I'm going to read it to you, and we're going to see how it applies to our life and our children's lives and our family's lives. Okay? But first I'm going to greet you, so let's see who's here. Here's Rebecca. Hi y'all, Suburban Hillbilly. Hey Rebecca, how are you today? I'm drinking a little peppermint tea, making this area feel a whole lot better. Hi Lindsay, so glad you're here too. So glad. All right, we got 14 on already. Awesome. Shannon Engelken, glad to see you live. Yay. Penny Neighbors, hey Penny. Nina Kioski, good Sunday morning. Good Sunday morning. Good, what's this? Got errands done, Rebecca said. Awesome. Hi Shelly. Lash Love. Can you all hear her? Can you all hear me? I've got it turned up as loud as it'll go. It's an iPhone, and that's all there is. There's nothing more. Catherine Conrad, hi. Irene Hartwood, good afternoon. Carolyn Dular, hello from Ohio. I do have a little raspy voice today. That may be why you're not hearing me as well. I apologize. Turn your phones way up. Carolyn, hello. I think I told you that already. Sarah Ledford, hello. Jackie Longnecker, hey Jackie. Roxy Wolf, howdy from sunny and cold Flagstaff, Arizona. Mama Irma, woohoo, hello, caught you finally. Yes you did, living in a shoe. Woohoo, happy to be here. Been gone about 7 weeks. Living in a shoe, please put your name in so I can call you by your name. Marielle Forrest, bonjour, bonjour. Tracy Allen, hello from Maryland. Cheryl Boone, first time catching you live. Welcome Cheryl. Lash Love, hi Kat. Lynn Corp, hi, looking forward to the chat. Me too. Jamie Owens from North Carolina. Hi, Jamie. Isabel from Mystical Heart. So glad to catch you live, Kat. Blessings from Tennessee. I bet it's beautiful up there right now. Lori, just Lori. That's what you always tell me. Lori, hi, Kat. I'm in the very long parent pickup line. Very good timing. Excellent. Tracy B, yay, I got notified this time. Good afternoon. That's wonderful, Tracy. Kevin and Christine Laburn, hi. That I'm assuming is Christine. And Janet Little, hello. Hello, 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 my dear friends. Let me take another sip. Okay, so I'm going to read you a poem. I am. Oh, Lash Love is saying thumbs up. I appreciate it, Lash Love. Sandra Davis, looking forward to a chat with Kat. Jessica, hi everyone. Finally back from life being crazy. So glad you're back, Jessica. Teresa Gustafson, hello from Sweden. Sweden, welcome, welcome. All right, here we go. I'm going to read, all right? I'm just going to read this poem. It's by Rudyard Kipling, and here it goes. If you, and listen and think about this now and see how it applies to you. I do feel better. Thank you, Irma. Okay, here we go. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you and make allowance for the doubting too, if you can wait and not get tired or not be tired of waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or be hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat these two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken twisted and by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stop and build them up with worn out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, and all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fill ooh, I can't read my own writing. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and you will be, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Now, I know we're not men, but I love that. All that is stuff we've talked about and things that we want our children to have in them. And I don't know if it made any sense to you. Maybe I didn't read it well, but that's what I wanted to read you today. If you can keep your head when those about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. That's the first line. I love that. And then if you can wait and not get tired of waiting, I think we can do that pretty much. Or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or be hated, don't give way to hating. Don't look too good or talk too wise. I love, if you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim. I love that because we do a lot of that planning. And if we can treat triumph and disaster as imposters, that's what they are. They're imposters of the real thing. And if we can bear to hear the truth we've spoken get twisted around and become a trap for fools and just keep going. I just think this is a wonderful poem, Rudyard Kipling. I think it's from Brother Squaretoes, Rewards and Fairies. And I know it's from an olden time, and I know it's kind of weird sounding, but I love it. If you can keep your head when those about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. You know, I love that. And this is what we want our kids to do. We want our kids to grow up and be the kind of person that your fool and your friends and your enemies, neither can hurt you. Remember we talked about guarding our hearts? All right. Lash Love wants a prayer. Let's do a prayer real quick. Lash Love is saying that the wildfires are, I guess, bad. I didn't realize they were bad. I haven't been watching television. California, I know they have been bad. Let's do a prayer for all the people impacted by the wildfires. Let's do that. Let's bow our heads. Father, we thank you so much for being here because where two or more gathered together, you are in their name. We ask you to give peace to the people who have suffered the wildfires and it has been affecting their life. And we ask you to protect and guard all the other people that are there. And we ask you to put out the fires. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, we've said our prayer. Short and sweet, right? All right, let's see what you're saying. Empowerment, Nina says. That's right. That was lovely. A lot to live up to, though, but worth a try. Yeah, we're just going to break it into little pieces, though. We can do that, right? Happy birthday, Carol. I guess I missed that. Mr. B caught it, though. Happy birthday. All right, so that's what I wanted to talk about today, right? So have you ever had anybody losing their head, going crazy, screaming and yelling, and you just stay calm? Or do you just get caught up in the wildfire of emotion, right? You're welcome, Carol Benny. Carol Benny's the birthday girl. Over 27,000 evacuated, 200 homes burned. That's sad. But it'll be better now. Everything will be better. Peace that surpasses understanding. That means it shouldn't make sense to be peaceful, but they'll still be peaceful. Okay. All right, so let's talk about this, about when you can dream and not make dreams your master, and you can think but not make thoughts your aim. See, because that's us. We plan, we dream, we have this idea, and if it's a dream is your master, what does that mean? You didn't know you're going to school today, did you? When a dream is your master, it means that if it doesn't turn out that way, you're going to be really upset. You love my mug? Little owl mug? So if you can dream and not make dreams your master, that means that it's just a dream, and we're going to keep it as a dream. You know, it's a dream. It's not our master. If it doesn't happen that way, the perfection way, we're not going to get upset. If we can think and not make thoughts our aim, that means a person who, like me, loves to raise chickens on paper. Just plan, but never implement the plan. That's what that means. I was tested recently with keeping my cool over a simple issue. Tried and eventually keep my cool over it. It's their issue, not mine. Mine is how I react to it. That's right, Lady Pamela. I love that you're participating in this. That's awesome. I had to handwrite this. It was in my phone, and I couldn't recall. I couldn't be on here and look at it at the same time. Thanks, Carol. Isabel is Mystical Heart. I love the old poems full of timeless wisdom. Truly, Kat, God has given you, my finger's in the way, a beautiful ministry in this format. Aw, that's so sweet. All right, so that's it. And then the next thing is, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken twisted by knaves. You know what a knave is, right? That's just a not a great person. Okay, so a not a great person takes your truth and twists it to make a trap for fools and says, this is what she said. This is what he said. And if you can listen to that or watch the things that you gave your life to be broken and stop and build them up with worn out tools. So that means just keep on going. You just keep on doing it. You just keep on believing, right? You just keep on going. That's all that means. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it all at one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. So let's think about that. It doesn't necessarily mean that a person's gambling in the traditional way. It could be a person who really saved and worked and saved and worked, and they started a business and then their business failed. And they just start again. They just start again. And most of the great businesses in the world, most of the great businessmen actually have gone bankrupt several times. You'd be surprised. And finally, they're successful. So it means that, let's break it down to what we do in our little houses. All right, so you fail. You put all this effort into it, and then you just let it get overrun. And so you look at it and you say, I failed. You didn't fail. Do it again. Do it again with worn out tools. If your body is worn out, it's okay. You can still do it. Okay, I'm seeing what you guys are saying now. Oh, it's from Rudyard Kipling. It's a poem that he wrote. I think it's from Brother Squaretoes, Rewards and Fairies. Something weird. Rudyard Kipling. Remember we studied him in school, or maybe you're younger, maybe you didn't, but we did. I remember parts of it. I remember other things too, like the albatross. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. It will pass, he will pass, my role is to calm the storm. That's right, that's Mama Irma. Hi Trina. Dickie said, I had that happen, I wanted to run and leave. That's right. And never give up, no matter how much negativity or negative people try to make you give up. Keep on going. That's right. Hey Allison, all the bad makes you better. That's right, better. All right, see what's the next thing it says? If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew, that's everything you've got, to serve your turn long after they are gone. In other words, after your nerve and sinew and heart is just worn out and you just make it do it anyway. You do it anyway. And so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will that says to them, hold on. I love this. I love that. Now that's obvious, right? We can do this. And look, we're just doing 15 minutes. We can hold on for 15 minutes, right? If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, and I think that means, you know, when you're talking to children or you're talking to people that you influence, that you don't think you're better than they are. I think that's what that means. Or walk with kings and not lose the common touch. So maybe you're wealthy, or you're a person who people have put on a pedestal, that you don't forget that you're just a human like everybody else. And that that's why I think people need to remember that great people who are of great stature in life are generally the kindest, sweetest people. And they're not going to judge you when they come into your home because your home isn't like theirs, or they have to ride in your car and your car isn't like theirs. That's what I mean. It's a person, you know, I've worked in stock and bonds. Hi, Joanne, you're so crazy. I've worked in stock and bonds back in the AT&T days when AT&T was the long distance company and there was no other companies. And then they split into AT&T, Ameritech, Bell Atlantic, Bell South, 9X, Pactel, Southwestern Bell, and US West. In your area of the United States, you may have heard of one of those because they serve you still. That was stock and bonds, and there were people who had so much money in stock. And I found that the people who had like one little share of stock were the meanest, honoriest of the group. And the ones who had millions and millions of shares of stock were the kindest, most understanding, most gracious people. Now, there are people, hey Ashley, there are people who aren't like that, okay? There are people who are wealthy, and there are people that you don't want to be around. But I'm telling you, there are great people in this world, and you can be one no matter what level you're at, right? And you can also have your house as clean as you can have it, as tidy as you can have it, your car as nice and neat as you can have it, so that people who are those kind of worthy people, you'll feel happy to have them in your car. They're not judging you for the price of your car or how old it is, but they probably will notice if you care enough to keep it clean, right? Or your home. And not that we care. I mean, we're not trying to impress anybody. I'm just saying it's an honor for you to serve others in that way. Okay, and let's see what else it is. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, and we talked about that, protecting your heart. If all men count with you, but none too much, that means that you don't carry everybody, right? You're just a guide. You're not somebody who carries people. And that's what that means. When all men count with you, but not too much, they have to count on themselves as well, right? So you're more of a leader and not so much a carrier. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, okay, what does that mean? That means the 10 minutes of your home blessing hour section, if you can fill that of really hard work, and when your time is up, it's over, okay? Yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And what's more, which is more, you will be a man, my son. Now, of course, that was written back in the day when all they talked to was men and boys, but it's the same thing. You'll be a human, my woman. I don't know. I can't make it rhyme. But I want you to know that it's such wisdom in that. And you know, there's wisdom in so many places. There's so many wise people. And to me, it's all biblical. It all goes back to the Bible. It does. You know, to be the best you can be and to not let people hurt you and guard your heart and to give all you have to give physically, you know. So if you have 10 minutes, then you focus that 10 minutes. If you're working for 15 minutes, you focus that 15 minutes. That's what that is. To give the whole minute, the whole 60 seconds in this example, to running. It's the same thing. All right, I'm open for feedback. We went through it twice now. Now you've got Rudyard Kipling, and I'm so proud of you. You're welcome. Ex-Zombie Mama is thanking Lash Love. Michelle, we've got kids, says, Lanya said, your cup runneth over. It's like saying, fill your cup and give with what is running over. That was beautiful. Awesome. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Mama is a lion. So glad you're here, baby. Carol Benny, people are only people, and no one has the right to judge anyone. Only God and Jesus. That's right. And you know what? If you believe in Jesus, you have salvation, so you're not going to be judged, right? I have told you these things so that, here's Larry B. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace in the world. You have trouble and suffering, but take courage. I have conquered the world. John 16:33. Thank you, Mr. B. Very good. Okay, Nina, to reflect on this in quiet is doable. Remembering this in the heat of the moment is tough. You have nailed it, Nina. It is tough. It is hard. And we do fall and fail. And it's okay, because the thing we know is once we get this stuff in here and things happen, then immediately it'll come to mind as soon as it's over, and we'll learn from that, right? We always learn from our mistakes, but we are not mistake proof. But having the tools in here to help us regroup and reclaim ourselves and ask forgiveness, you know, that's what we want, okay? As my wee mammy used to say, just be the best person you can be. That's right, Carol. Are you in Ireland, Carol? Lisa, I had that moment this morning, but I chose joy and rated calm. Girl, I'm so proud of you. Ashley, Carol Benny, are you Scottish? See, we're asking Carol, the birthday girl, if she's Scottish or Irish. Trina said, there were always going to be people who are smarter, wealthier, etc. You just be the nice person. That's right. You are. What are you? Irish or Scottish? Kindness. Oh, the kindest one you know. Thank you, Trina, for finishing that. She said we. Lots of Scots always say we. And so do Irish say we. Just turning in. I'll have to watch the beginning later. Kayla, sweet dreams. Oh, you're just tuning in. You're not turning in. See, I never know where people... Pardon me. Welcome. Northern Irish, Mommy is a lion. Scottish, Carol says. Ah, yes, Carol, Ashley says, with her little Scottish brogue. You know, when I was a kid, I went to Catholic school, and we had Irish nuns fresh off the boat. And back in the day, like the Beatles were new too. Well, this was before the Beatles. We couldn't understand a British accent. And when these Irish people came, these little nuns fresh off the boat with their pink little cheeks and their little habits, and they would say, open your book and take a look, we're gonna cook, you know, and it's like, what? What is she saying? And they would say we, and they would say, oh, and we learned when Irish eyes are smiling. They taught us that. I think they missed home. They were very young, poor babies. Okay, here we got Jamie with her Irish temper. It's taken me years to conquer this. I'm about a quarter Irish, so Jamie, I can relate. Came home and did my week's menu. Trina, awesome girl. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Late but happy to see you. Yay, Judy. Wonderful. What nationality is everyone? I'm about, I'm probably most German and about a quarter Irish, and I'm about a third Spanish, and the rest is, I'm 99.8% European. I got a little bit of smidgen of other things in there. No American Indian, which I was surprised. English, Irish, Scottish. That's Lisa. Puerto Rican, both sides. Oh, I have to tell you a story, Lee. Oh, wait, I got to see what Michelle said. I claim the day and I'm kicking butt. Girl, I just listened to your old YouTube to pump me up. Also, I posted a video on your Facebook wall because I mentioned you several times in it. Oh, yeah, absolutely, girl. Anything you want to say is fine with me. It doesn't bother me. Mommy is lying. Oh, we do say we in Ireland, too. I'm from the South. LOL, my daughter corrects how I say book and Luke. Book, Luke. It's great. I love it. And now, of course, all those little priests are monsignors, and we totally understand them now. I don't know if they Englished up a little bit, Americaned up a little bit, or we just got used to the accents. Okay, so Puerto Rican, Lee. I used to manage a call center. I don't know if I told you guys this before, but I managed a call center, and it was for AT&T World Card or something. I can't remember. And I had a Spanish line, and I had 4 girls on the Spanish line, and I said, what kind of Spanish do you speak? And one said, I speak Mexican Spanish. And one said, I'm from Spain. I speak Spanish from Spain. And one said, I speak Cuban Spanish. And one said, and I said, and what kind do you speak? And she said, the right kind, Puerto Rican. She said it was the right kind. I thought that was so funny. I'll never forget it. I think that's so adorable. Okay, let's see what everybody is. Ooh, look at all these wonderful things we are. I love this. I love that we're all these things and we can't even control it. It's just who we are. Okay, Carol says the Irish and the Scots are difficult to understand. I love it. I love the Scottish burr. But you know what? Ashley doesn't have much of a burr. I don't know why. I love the stronger the accent, the better. You know I married Larry B. And I told him I only married him because I didn't know what he was saying. And I said, sure, because he spoke with such a strong Southern accent. Okay, Puerto Rican both sides. That was Lee. Sandra, I am Irish and live in Ireland. Awesome. Rebecca says, I'm Appalachian American. Well, then you're probably German, is what I'm thinking. I'm Scottish and a wee bit Irish as well. That's Carol. Did you test? I did test. I certainly did test. Had to spit in the tube. Trina's half Swedish, Irish, English, and all-American. Yes, you are. Irish and German. That's what my dad is, Patricia. My maiden name was Wise, but it was Weiss, W-E-I-S-E, and they changed it in the Civil War in the cavalry, because my grandfather couldn't get his mail. They changed it to W-I-S-E. Teresa Gustafson is Swedish. Quicksilver is Danish, Irish, French, all but American. But all American. Okay, Heather. Okay, genre is Feroci. Is that how you say it? I hope I said it right. I love that. American Indian and Irish. That's Echoes of an Angel. I love it. Jessica is mostly German. Okay. Heather, great minds think alike, Trina said. Judy Spiegel, Italian, close to 100%. How lovely. Janet Little is German. I love it. Jamie Zombie says, I'm half Irish, quarter German, 17% Latin. Well, that's what my mom's ancestry swab said. All right. Well, you got some daddy, too. Okay. I was thinking the same thing made me giggle. That's who said that? That was Heather. All right. Mystical Heart said, my grandparents came here from Ireland. I'm half Irish. My mother came here from Brazil right off the boat, so I'm half Brazilian. What a unique combination. Ashley's laughing, because you need to burr, Ashley. Brr, or however you do that. I've been watching Outlander with the beautiful burr. It's so nice. I'm French Canadian, English and Scottish. That's Joanne. Awesome. You know, Joanne, I would have thought you were Italian. I don't know why. Lee says, LOL, yes, it's all different. Puerto Rican is so slang compared to the others. No, she said it was that right kind, and I believed her. She was so pretty, so funny. Kat, we are Kat's melting pot. Yes, you are, my lovelies. Joanne says she totally does. She doesn't burr too much, I don't think. Lee says, I was born here, so I missed out on the accent. Ah, okay. But I bet you can imitate it if you had a family from there, right? Carol's laughing at me. Lady Pamela, she's a Heinz 57. Michelle with Got Kids says, I have English, Irish, and a little bit of several other things. I have English too, I forgot about that. Heinz 57 living in his shoes said, Ashley's Beauty said, I try super hard to talk properly in my videos so people understand me, Kat. Oh, you mean you can relax into a nice Scottish brogue or burr or whatever? I love that. Good eye, mate. Oh, there's Larry with his little Australian. You're so good, Larry. Italian, English, and Native American. Eva, that's so cool. It's wonderful how all these things happen. I have 0.02% Sub-Saharan African in me too, which is so odd because it's like that one little thing. And then anyway, I think it might have come through the Moors and the Spanish. I'm late but better than never. Hi, Christy. We're telling what our heritage is. Janet Solorzano is English, Irish, Native American, and German, or at least she thinks. I'm doing the DNA now. Oh, it's so exciting. Mulligan, Melungeon. Oh, she's a Melungeon. I usually don't talk about because most people have never heard of us. I know what a Melungeon is. I sure do. Up in the mountains. Roxy Wolf, German and French, all American. Yes, you are, Roxy. German and French. I have French too. I forgot about that. I don't remember the percentages. I'll have to get it out and see. My grandfather used to tell us that our family name Tracy was changed to with an E was changed to Tracy without an E when our family broke from the Irish Catholic Church and came to America. Patricia Reinhardt. That's interesting. Joanne Plans. LOL. The Italian name is my married name. It wasn't so much your name, Joanne, because I don't know your last name. You just handle yourself like what I would think an Italian does, but it could be the area of the country you're from. And that is not anything but a compliment. Jamie, Scottish and Puerto Rican accents are my favorite. That's ex-zombie mama. Lee, LOL, I can't expect my Sofia Vergara, I can't accept my Sofia Vergara impression. That's funny. Roxy, why are some vids flipped and some aren't? Because some videos I record, that's a very good observation you had there. I record it on a program that I can send over to YouTube, and it does require to be flipped. However, sometimes I don't flip it if I'm not showing anything that needs to be read, or if I'm not riding in the car or whatever. But I forget to flip it sometimes, and so I just don't flip it. So sometimes the door's on one side. This is the real thing. The door is really there. Okay. You know those, this is Yoli. She said she's African American, which means a bit unknown. Going to do a DNet. Yeah, you'll be shocked at what you have in your Yoli, especially an American, African American. You'll be shocked, like we all are. We're just all shocked. It's like, what? Lithuanian? What? How did that? No one ever told me that. You know, it's so funny. Lindsay said, I made it back. I'm always impressed you pronounce my Dutch last name correctly. People seem to struggle with it. Well, you know, I worked in a call center for almost my entire career, and I dealt with a million different names, so I know that. Plus, I have a little Dutch heritage too, believe it or not. On my grandfather's side, my mother's father. Joanne says, it's because I am a hashtag boss babe from New York, LMAO. Yes, you are, girl. That's what it is. Yo, Trina says. Shannon. I'm sorry I'm lifting my head so high. Let me see if I can put this down a little bit. Because, you know, I have to read from my... that's so much better. Now the top of my head's cut off, but now I can read. Let's see. Okay. Because these are bifocals. What are practical things you do, Kat, to keep your head when others and the family members don't have your best interest at hand? It's a great question. So you mean when people are screaming and yelling and you try not to let them push your buttons? just to be aware. I think being aware is the most important thing. I'm not the greatest at it, truly. I just keep trying over and over again. But that's what I think, is just being aware. I'm sorry about this. That's better. Now I have a head. All right. I was just recently at all the sites where Outlander was filmed, Kat. Ashley, not sure if I told you that. I don't watch it, but I was at the Standing Stones. I think you did tell me that, Ashley. But how cool is that? Okay. Nina says, you're a Euro chick. Who are you talking to? I'm going backwards now. What? Okay. I love your soft, soothing voice, Kat. I don't know how soft and soothing it is right now, but I do appreciate it, Carol. Even though it's got an American accent, I would think if I had a beautiful accent from a beautiful, rich heritage like Scotland or Ireland or Germany or France or South Africa or Australia or any place with this beautiful, beautiful, rich heritage, to hear this flat American accent would be kind of boring. That's what I would think. Although I do have a little Southern in it, which sounds a bit, I know it, you don't think so, but I think it's a little bit British sounding sometimes. Not mine, but like Larry's. And they say things that are old, like reckon and things like that, which is kind of English. Keeping my head is sometimes a struggle. It is always a struggle, but when you can do it, you will be a man, my son. Isn't that rewarding? Christy, that's cool, Ashley. I would love to visit the stones. I know. Ashley, did you put both hands on the stones? Gabriella, silent treatment. I don't think silent treatment is a very positive thing to do. It's passive aggressive, and it's sometimes can be very mean. We have to be careful. Although I've done it myself. We know we all are human, but maybe not necessarily the silent treatment, but I think I know what you're saying. Is just don't jump in there and go crazy with them. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. It doesn't mean it's the silent treatment. The silent treatment is, I'm not talking to you, I hate you, I'm mad at you, you made me mad, and I'll talk to you when I'm good and ready. That's the silent treatment. How do I know those things? Because I've given the silent treatment before. Hello from India. See, India has a beautiful accent, and I realize it's a British accent because of the Brits in India, but it's also that beautiful melodic Indian. I love accents, that melodic Indian. The stones are on the Isle of Orkney. So they're not right there outside of Inverness or whatever that was. Was it Inverness? No, Edinburgh. It was Edinburgh. Outlander melts my heart. I know, Lee. Ashley said, I didn't, Mr. B. I just looked at them. It was pouring rain, of course. The stones are on the island of Orkney. Okay, what do you do when you're sick for a week or longer and nothing gets done? Pipkin. What's your name, babe? What you do is, when you're sick, you drop back to routines. And if you can't do the complete routines, I mean, you physically can't do them, just do what you can. And when it's over, you're not going to have anything to be mad about. You're just going to go step in where you stepped out and just start with your routines again. You'll be fine. Look, this is not rocket science. There's no perfect little, constant, add a little of this and a little of this and a little of this and it'll be perfect. It's not the way it works. And you're the CEO. So even though I tell you how to do things, you don't have to do it the way I say. I'm just giving you guidance. But you can do it however you want. It's your home. But I do recommend that if you're sick, you just drop back to your routines and you don't blame yourself that you can't do anything. How could you blame yourself for being sick? Don't do that to yourself, okay? Today I don't feel good. I'm just doing routines. I haven't done my weekly home blessing hour yet because I came home sick on Monday from taking care of my grandchildren since Friday. And I haven't done them. And I'm not I don't have a fever. I just don't feel good. I'm wiped out. So I'm not doing it. I'll do it later. Okay, let's see. And I don't care. It's not like the end of the world. It's going to get done this week. I have a plan. Okay. All right, what did I leave out? Okay, where am I? Sandra, I am sick of listening to Irish people all day. It's refreshing to hear your pleasant American accent. Also enjoy the accents of my Croatian coworkers. Ooh, we have a Croatian lady on here too. I love their accents. I worked with a Croatian bank manager. He was awesome. I loved him. He was very tall. Georgianne says, this is Colette. Oh, you're live, listening while I walk beside the beach in Wollongong, Australia. Carrying on a brick on my back to improve bone density. That improves your bone density? Good. I hope it's beautiful. Are you barefoot? I like barefoot in the sand. Carol Benny, where are you from in Scotland? Okay, that's Ashley. Mr. B said, good thing you didn't, you might have gone back to the 60s. Talking to Ashley? Okay. Nina says, isn't it funny we don't hear or appreciate our own accents? That's true. Ashley says, oh gosh, Mr. B. Glasgow, that's where Carol is, Ashley. I don't know where Glasgow is. I don't know where anything is over there, really. My geography's not good for Scotland. When my family is rammy, like they're ramming each other? That's a good way to say it. I tell them I need to walk away. Talk to me when you're ready to communicate calmly. That's nice. I like that. No, they aren't in Inverness. They are really in Orkney. Okay. Beautiful morning to beach walk, Georgianne, Trina says. In Melbourne, and so glad rain has paused. Yay, Trina. Is that the same with when you are sick, or just do what you can? When you're sick, you just do routines. When you're well, you do everything. If you're just getting well, you do routines and maybe the weekly, because the weekly is something you got to do anything, buy groceries, you know, that kind of thing. And then when you're well, throw in your zones. I hope that answers you. Okay, what did you say? Hang on, I'm missing. You guys, I want to read everything, and I'm having a hard time catching up. Okay, I'm just not gonna, I can't. It's too many. Let me go here. Okay. Oh, bye, living in a shoe. Hello from Denmark. Sorry for the first being on. Feel better soon. Oh, thank you, honey. William, I don't know what that is. Suburban Hillby, High Green Gables Homestead. Okay, let me go back and see what Jamie said. You read that in her accent? You're writing in Scottish? Carol, you're writing in Scottish? Know your fault if you're no well. You cannot help that. That's funny. That's funny. That's right. Not your fault. I love that. What's the other thing they say? I can. They can something? At least they said that in that movie. I'm sure it might be old Scottish. All right, well, I've had a really fun time with you. I hope that you enjoyed Rudyard Kipling. I'm going to read the first line again to you. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you and make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired of waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or be hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. All right, ken means understand. Yeah, I dunna ken, right? I dunna ken. All right, I love you guys. I'm gonna go make your daily video, so I'll be wearing this. I've decided to make daily videos after this video. That way I won't accidentally tell you it's tomorrow, because I make this video for tomorrow. So when I get off of this, I'm going to be making the Wednesday video. Have a wonderful day, and remember that I love you, and remember that you are beautiful.